Man, there's not too many times in life when you can come across a Celine, but it's really not too many times in life when you can come across one Celine that's super mean. What's happening, everybody? It is your boy Kendall Sean with the world famous I don't care if you get tired of it, but I'm gonna say it. Blue Oval Media. And on today, I am with my friend, my buddy, my pal. And let me tell you all something. Man, my buddy Lance is amazing, but the car that he has is amazing as well. And so I'm gonna introduce you all to one mean Celine, and I'm gonna have him tell us all about it. And then we're gonna go from there. So let's check out this car. So young man, introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Lance with Fox Body FX.
That's right. You see it right there. Here. You see it right there. Where can they find you at? Because, you know, you're not just calling it Fox Body FX for no reason. They can find you somewhere. Where can they find you at?
Yeah, YouTube, Fox Body FX is the channel. Obviously, Instagram, Facebook as well. We're on there and doing a lot on those as well. So this is the car. This is the barn find. 1989 Celine Ssc.
Wow. I mean, barn, like, you know, you hear that all the time, but you really mean barn find.
This is a serious barn find. We put out some pictures. We did a first video. We're doing the second video right now, which Kenneth is helping us with, and it's the legend of Highway 411. That's the name of the car. Wow. This car sat in Chatsworth, Georgia. It was bought brand new in Chatsworth, Georgia at Chatsworth Ford in 1990 by the original owner, which when he passed, I picked it up from his grandson, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we made a deal, and just a crazy situation of how it all came to fruition, and super excited about being a part of the story of this car, bringing it out, and the amount of people that knew about this car is just insane. The amount of comments that I've gotten and all the messages, and one of the biggest ones is, I tried to buy that car. That's what everybody says. I was just lucky enough to be the guy that did it.
I love it. I mean, this car is amazing, man. Like I said, I hear people say barn finds a lot, but man, I've never in my life seen, like, I've seen some barn finds, but not as real as this one.
I fell in love with the Celines, and I had another Celine Fox Body a while back. I sold it, obviously, too early. The market's gone crazy in the last couple of years, but
yes,
it found this last October, actually.
So I really hope you all heard what he said. If you are looking for a Fox Body now, this market has gone crazy. I mean, I could probably sell my car for $2 million. Not really, but that's how crazy it is right now. And so, man, I really, like, the camera doesn't do this car any justice, but let's go into a little bit of detail about this amazing Celine.
Yeah, so this Celine, being an 89 Celine Ssc, is just an upgraded monster from a car. They called it that, being it's a Celine Supercar, right? And so they only made 161 of these cars.
Wow.
And you can see it's very different in the way it looks, mostly because they were all white with this gray body mold trim, and then had specific chevrons and different stripes and everything, right? So it's got a dual pinstripe on the bottom right here. It has another pinstripe that's missing right here. You can see it on certain parts of the car. It's just, you know, sitting for, you know, so many years, it's just worn down. It's got a few little rust imperfections and spots. We're gonna get rid of that, we hope, with some really cool products that we got, we're gonna try out. And but just upgraded everywhere. You can see here, Ken, on the back brakes, we've got the wheels off right now because we're doing some brake work.
Right.
But these were from Celine, curved slotted discs.
Wow.
The only one they put this on was the Ssc, so a really neat upgrade.
Wow.
They used the 86 SVO calipers, which we vapor honed, cleaned, and those are just in amazing shape. They came out perfect. All the rust is gone.
Nice.
Had the Monroe GP formula suspension. It actually has an in-cab 3-position adjustable suspension on the car.
Nice.
Right next to the ashtray.
Nice.
So super cool. It has a 4-point roll bar on the inside.
Oh yeah, see it right there.
From Celine.
I missed that. Wow.
It's got a rear seat delete, which is very specific to only this car. It was a very cool option that they made.
Wow.
And just neat that these seats are in really still good condition.
Yeah.
The back right here is actually missing. There's a foam piece that goes over all this. This was a special Pioneer stereo upgrade that they did to these.
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Did this come with the car, or did somebody do this later?
No,
But no,
this is
came.
all from Celine.
Wow, now that is amazing. Like for this, I mean, wow. You see I'm over here stuttering. That is amazing. Look, this interior is in beautiful shape, man. Like beautiful shape. I mean, to be at the age that it is, this interior
it's got
is
77,000 miles, I believe, on the odometer right now. 77,000 and change.
Yep.
And everything's original. I have all the documentation on this car, original as it gets, original owner, original sales receipt from the Ford dealership in Chatsworth, all the service records. I mean, documentation to the nines on this car.
Love it. Love it.
One of the things that's really cool about this car that you want to see, come here.
Yep.
All right. You get the camera and look right down here, okay? You check this out.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
I have no idea.
All right, we just stumped Blue Oval Media, okay? So this is a bolster control. You pump these side bolsters right here, and they get firmer on the side, on the sides. That runs through, and it's a hand pump bolster. It's like, remember the old Reebok pump shoes? Back in the day, they took that idea, I think, and put it on this car. And so both seats have the hand pump.
I wanted you all to see this is how my face looked the whole time that he was telling me this. Like, I thought it was the thing that you put around your arm and you start.
That's right. I know, yeah.
But that's what I thought it was. But that is, I mean, the history that he's given us right now is just so amazing. He has a lot more. You all gonna have to check out the channel, but the history that he's given us on this car is amazing. And knowing that some of these things are just specific to this car is absolutely amazing. So give us more.
I think the absolutely coolest thing about this car is not the performance upgrades, suspension upgrades, the brakes, and all the stuff, because they really did everything. I almost touched everything. It's got its own upgraded just about everything. But my favorite part really are these seats and the door panels. This is all specifically made for this car. These yellow and white and gray, I honestly can believe that this is the best looking seat out of any Celine, including the brand new Black Label 2021 Celine.
I love it. I love it.
The fishnets, these are flow fit seats with this custom. I love the colors. It's just an amazing interior.
When I say I love it, I love it. This is
another unbelievable thing about this car is right here. So right next to your power window motor controller right there is the Monroe adjustable in-cab suspension dial.
Wow.
All right, it's a 3-position adjustable. And it's on the go, so you can be riding and change it, the stiffness of the ride inside the cab. So Celine was known for their suspension upgrades and all that kind of stuff, and they maxed this out to what I think that they could probably do in the day with the emissions and all the stuff to really produce 161 of them.
Yep.
And so these were the things that we got, and it was a 1-year only build. 161 of them were ever made, and I know for a fact one that burnt to the ground and multiple that have been wrecked. So there's probably a lot less now that are still survivors. This one was actually, it's in still really good condition. I mean, underneath, everything's original. Nothing was upgraded on the car. So that's really amazing. It's a cool story. One of the coolest and most collectible Celines you can get. I mean, as far as rarer than this, there's only a few. You know, you've got the SA10s, some of the SCs that they made lower numbers than this one, but a one of 161 is a hard to find car.
Well, I'm speechless. I think this is amazing, you know, just to see it in this good of a condition. And like
it's original paint, original everything.
And as a Mustang enthusiast, I love to see stuff like this. This is great history, like for real. This is great history. And then,
so we've got it up on the lift because we're doing some restoration and preservation. This car, you can see it's got its own intake, specifically made for them, with the badging. Multiple other badge points from the Celine. All the original stuff on it. Nothing was changed on this car.
I haven't seen this in years.
It's crazy. All right?
Wow.
They upgraded the mass airflow. They upgraded everything. What's cool is on top of the shock tower mount right there, you've got the Monroe adjustable. So that's where that dial inside there comes out and adjusts the front suspension on the car.
Wow.
So all still connected. Really rare to have that because people didn't want it for a long time, I think, and probably a lot of people just replaced it with something else, you know, went their way of a new Coney or something that was a better ride. But this is as original as it gets. There's nothing missing and nothing changed.
Got to show that. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's just a really neat setup here. So
sweet.
So much stuff about this car that's just, it's it's amazing to find one, and even more amazing, I think, to find one that's all original condition from the original owner.
Got it.
You know, that's really hard to do. You know that.
Yep, I love it.
And if you really want to really kind of tease the video a little more, this is the backstory is what we're also going to be doing. But if you want to follow me in here,
yep.
We'll
Yes.
We'll show you the back end of this.
Oh yes.
I'll show you another.
Look at.
So now we got minty fresh.
The minty fresh.
Right?
I love it.
This is the crisp one right here.
I mean,
my car's number 85. This is Brandon's with Fox Body FX. We do this together. This is number 134. And this car is the example. And what's really funny is that I'd never seen one of these cars in person, Ken, until I saw this car. And I saw it right before I bought that car.
Right.
Because he hadn't had it that long. And I came over and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's beautiful. I can't believe I'm going to look at one of these. Like, we're on the way. Like,
right.
We're getting in. We're getting in the rollback and we're going.
Yeah.
You know, so we go up. We made the deal. I wasn't leaving without the barn find, and we made it happen. So really cool. But then to have one that's in perfect condition right next to it. I mean, you can see some of the similarities. So the engine on this one is what it should look like, right? So you can tell the differences now. You know, something that's just in an amazing condition.
Wow. You all listen. My camera doesn't do this any justice. When I tell you this is gorgeous. Do you hear me? I mean, I don't even want to stand next to this car because I know I can't even afford the tire on this thing. That's how serious this is amazing.
So what's cool is these wheels were especially made for this car too. These are Japanese DP5 wheels.
Wow.
And just a one-off.
Wow.
What's unfortunate about on my car that we're gonna have to figure out is this secondary little cap right here, this white plastic piece. All four of mine either cracked or chipped when we took them off. Mm-hmm. And so that's something we actually bought a 3D scanner for my son. We're gonna 3D scan them and try to reproduce and make our own.
Nice.
Unless we find somebody that we know that has some.
Nice.
Because we want the original wheels on it, even though we have some Sterns that could go on it and look really cool. These are the original ones, and that's what I want on the car.
Nice.
So you check out the interior and see the difference. I mean, this one, like I said, minty fresh.
I mean, has anybody ever sat in this thing? Like, my God, I feel like
this car.
This is coming off the dealership floor right now.
It's in great condition, really is.
Wow.
And so super cool to have the examples that we have, you know, right next to each other.
I mean,
so we're gonna be doing a lot of videos in the future about these together.
I love it.
And we've got a third, but it's a surprise. I'm not gonna show you.
Don't give it away.
Exact, but it's an SSC something.
Uh-oh. Well, look, I appreciate you allowing us to see both of these vehicles, this one, and look, I know you called this one mini fresh, but look, this is going to be fresh very, very soon. And so I just appreciate you just allowing me to come in and just take a look at both of these vehicles, man. This is amazing. Tell them again where to find you at.
Fox Body FX.
Look.
Everywhere you're at,
everywhere.
We want to be. And not only YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, but we just started the Fox Body Influencers podcast, and it's everywhere listed that you want it. It's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Spotify, it's on all the other podcast channels, and it's daily. We've got episodes. Ken's gonna be on real soon, and we're doing bite-sized 15 to 30-minute podcast episodes of the stuff in between the lines, kind of.
Yep.
And it's dealing with the influencers. We're gonna interview influencers in the Fox Body world and the Mustang world, and see what's on their radar for this year and next year to come, and keep you guys informed.
Love it. Well, look, you all, like, that was just an amazing, like, history, like, with these two amazing Celines. And you all, make sure you check out my man Lance. Make sure you check out Fox Body FX so that you can get more of what's going on with this car. Make sure you go like and subscribe to his channel, but then also the other outlets as well. And him and I got some other stuff outside of the podcast that we're going to be doing together as well, because we talked about Bleed Forward Blue Fest.
Oh, yeah.
It's being moved, but we talked about that. But look, you all, make sure you go check out his channel. So do me a favor, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you go to blueovalmedia.com for all of the info. It is your boy Kenneth Sean, and I am out.